Greetings. Thank you for joining in and tuning to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be adding locks to the top of my client's hair. Right now you see me cutting the married locks apart. I'm gonna cut quite a few of these off. Once I cut them off, then you will see how I install them. I'm Nini of Good Vybes Hair Studio in Memphis, Tennessee. Just to tell you a little background about myself, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, natural hair care stylist, as well as an instructor. I've been in the beauty industry 10 years now, and I absolutely love it. So now you see me taking in those locks that I cut off. I'm just combing maybe like a half an inch to an inch of it apart, so I would have something to grip his growth right up in there, that fro that's at the crown of his hair. I have something to join it to once I crochet it. So now I'm a stickler for straight parts. I'm making sure my parts are straight, and now you'll see me install the first one. Now you see me installing. I'm using a crochet needle to help me out as well. So I'm just trying to find a rhythm right now. Every hair texture is different, so I'm just really, within all my clients, everything is different most of the time with my techniques. So right now I'm just trying to figure some things out. Now what you see me doing is taking and puncturing the locks. Then I'm going to take my crochet needle and bring that fro through, so he won't have to worry about anything unraveling before I see him for his next appointment. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go back through and I opened that tip where I combed the lock out, and now I'm going through with my single needle crochet needle. I'm opening that lock up a little bit more at the root. Now I'm using my 3-hooked crochet needle, and I'm just going through it, make sure everything is secure, so when it's time for him to come back, we don't have to worry about his locks falling out in between time. I'm just going through and making sure everything is secure, and I'm going down probably like 1 inch to 2 inches, because that's how long that crown section is. So guys, this is what happens when you don't come to the shop consistently. It's very important. Everybody thinks that locks are low maintenance. It's kind of like a bittersweet situation. Yes and no. You still have to get your hair done. You still have to. It's mandatory. So in the meantime, what I'm doing, combing that tip of that lock out, and I took it through. I'm going to puncture the lock again, just so slightly, because I don't want to cut my finger. Just very lightly puncturing it. Going through, adding that fro in, the loose hair, and I'm going to twist it around and come in through the opposite direction. Using my crochet needle, and I'm twisting that loose hair around at least once before I go to the next section to puncture and add that loose hair in. Adding that hair in once again. Then I'm going to take and twist it around. Then to reinforce everything back where it needs to be, I'm going to use my crochet needle and secure that lock in. I'm going to secure it. Yeah, I'm from Memphis. Well, I'm really from Milwaukee, but I was raised in Memphis, so I have a deep southern drawl. Everybody love it, so bear with me. So there I am, just reinforcing that lock in so it can stay consistently without any slippage. And also what I'm doing is twisting the lock around as I reinforce it, because I don't want one side to be nicely reinforced but the other. As you can just see, I just went through it and twisted it ever so slightly. And I'm going to go to the next one. Puncturing that lock, opening the lock first from the tip that I cut, because if you want to open the lock from the other end, it's going to be fairly hard because of the simple fact that lock is the oldest, it's the most porous, so it's been locked years and years. So go for the section that you're cutting off. Now I'm puncturing that lock again. I'm going to bring the loose hair through with my crochet needle and then twisting it around. Now I'll go through and reinforce that. Reinforce all of the lock hair while opening the top of the lock, so I can have something to join that fro to. As you can see, I've only been doing this 10 years, so hey. But I love what I do. When you guys come to Memphis, make sure you book with me if I'm not already booked, which is a good problem. So I'm still reinforcing that hair together. And I just shift it around so I can add the other section securely. I'm getting on down, huh? Moving pretty fast. That's what all my clients tell me. But reassuring you that it's not a rush job. It only comes from experience and expertise. Reinforcing that lock once again. Going down at least 2 inches. And by the front of the top, the crown of his hair being so soft, I didn't want to do them too small. So I made sure I did them a decent size. Reinforcing that lock from one side to the next. And also, as you can see, I took and interlocked the front. I didn't do it extremely tight because I want to go back and palm roll them without putting too much tension on his hair. He wanted his ends clipped, so now I'm just clipping his ends to give it a healthy look, a uniform finish here at Good Vybes Hair Studio. And now I'm retwisting. My client is so very tender-headed, as you can see his face expressions. So excuse the looks, I'm really not that heavy-handed. It's just very tender-headed. I think he went maybe, I want to say maybe 6 months since he got his hair done. So yeah, go figure. But I usually get my clients to come in monthly. I would recommend anybody to come in monthly to get their hair done. No more than 6 weeks. Don't go any longer than that, because a lot of times your hair tends to lock together. You still want to come in and get it shampooed, conditioned, hot oil treated, and tamed. As you can see, I'm doing the palm roll method. This took maybe 20 minutes to palm roll his entire head, and it's a little matted in the back. Before I started palm rolling, I went through his hair and I used my shears and I clipped those little straggly pieces that tend to join together from being dry and being laid on and being unkept or whatever. I just cut those strands apart so I wouldn't have to rip it, because that just sounds painful. So I want to make sure my clients are comfortable at all times. Okay. In this front section, I'm being very gentle. I may be interlocked it 2 go rounds, and I'm just palm rolling it very gentle using gel, twisting gel, that is. No products. I should try to stay away from products that tend to dry your hair out. So now I'm going to go through and underhand his hair, braiding it. And he have inches, so I braid it to the end of the braid before I go to the free falling hair. And I stop there so I can make sure all my parts are precise and crispy. And I'm doing the same thing to the other side. Y'all see the Green Bay mask? Quit playing. Told y'all I was from Milwaukee but raised in Memphis. Home team. Now I'm doing that final braid down the middle. And I'm not adding too much tension to that front row because I don't want it to come down. I'll do another video to show you guys how to braid locks without adding too much tension. He wanted the back to just hang. So boom, taking that around one more time. That scrunchy headband. Guys really don't like too much terminology that sound feminine, so bringing that rubber band around one more time. Boom, there you have it. Good Vybes Hair Studio, Memphis, Tennessee. Styled by yours truly, nininaturalstyles. Thanks everybody for watching. Comment below if you want me to add anything else or post any more videos.